びの時代は終わる。
Hi guys, it's your boy Ambush Flavor here, back with another video, and for today, I'll be doing a new part of What If Deku was in Welcome to Demon School Iruma-Kun. Sorry guys for not uploading for a while, I'm really sorry about that. I was just doing a lot of schoolwork as well as, and I do mean as well as preparing for exams on the university that I want to go to. Sorry about that, but I am finally here, and like I always say, like, comment, subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's begin the story. We last left off when Izuku and Ameri was interrupted by Clara and Ameri saying that she will wait for Izuku when Izuku can stand next to her. So, it's the next day. Clara was, let's just say, very, really jealous of Mary, of being how close she is with Izuku. So, Clara was thinking of ways on how to, let's just say, win over Izuku. However, she got stumped and asked Sabnok. Sabnok for advice, to which Sabnok, on the other hand, gave the advice of Clara learning seduction, to which it was surprising, to say the least, and she thought of ways on how to quote unquote seduce Izuku. So, what happens is that when they are looking for compulsory lessons, you could say. So, for Izuku, he thought fit for him to go with the compulsory lesson about interaction with familiars. You might be wondering why not just lectures and stuff like that. Well, Izuku, on the other hand, would like to know more about, well, Lilith, his familiar. To which, when Alice saw what he was circling, he was actually surprised that Izuku would pick that. To which Izuku explains that he wants to know more about Lilith because, as a master of a familiar, I feel it as just for me to know a lot or even more of my familiar so that I can handle any situation fluently as well as cater to her if she needs any help. So Izuku explained that to Alice, and Alice said, "Wow, what a wonderful thing, Izuku-sama." To which, yeah, and when they thought about going to the that lesson, that is the interaction and familiars lesson, they asked Clara on what she is going to pick as her compository. To which, when Izuku looked at it, he saw it was seduction, surprisingly. To which Izuku got beat red, and he was surprised that it's an option, to say the least. Because, yeah, seduction is an option. If you guys don't know, yeah, seduction is an option. So, Izuku actually got curious about this. If you guys know what Izuku is, has the powers of, he has the powers of Lucifer. So, he actually wonders what it would be like in the lesson. So, he encircled it as well. And if you might be wondering why am I doing this, it's because I want to see what would happen. Because in the anime, they didn't explain what would happen if a guy tried, and I do mean tried, to attend the seduction class or seduction skills. So I'm actually wondering what it would be like for Izuku. So we time skip to the class of seduction, to which, if you might be wondering who is with Izuku, it's just him and Clara. Asmodeus is not gonna attend this class because he doesn't think that it would be needed, and Izuku, on the other hand, just said to Asmodeus that he just wants to know what would happen if he was in the class and what would they be teaching him apart from seduction as well as what curriculum essentially. Just me more logically speaking. So in the class, and I know that guys are not allowed in the seduction skills class, and I'm doing this just of thinking about it. Okay, just I'm going off. Let's just say off the page of this. So I'm not gonna be basing it a lot on the anime and manga. So sometimes I'm just gonna put in my own thoughts about it. So yeah, sorry about that. But let's get right back into it. So for Izuku, and when it's time for the class, the teacher introduces herself to be a succubus called Rhyme, or I don't know her name, but it's Raim, so I pronounce it Rhyme. To which, when she started the class, she tells about the how to seduce essentially a guy. To which Izuku was getting, and I do mean getting a blush. I do mean blush, and essentially about how she would that this was a quote unquote class for girls only. To which, if I can say this for a fact, seduction is not really for girls only. It's primarily used by girls, but guys can actually do it as well. To which, while the instructor was talking, and one of the students essentially pointed out that one of the other students, bought Seduction to Volume 2, and Rain just said that it's not allowed. So it's not gonna be taught to them just yet. To which, let's go to Izuku's perspective, and he thought he thinks to himself, "Why am I here? Why did I do this to myself? Why?" To which Kamui, or that's the last name, essentially the owl demon, or Kamui, essentially objects to what essentially he's doing, or what essentially he's objecting to. Why not just teach them the same curriculum as well of the book, because it's essentially the same thing that they're gonna be teach as well, and so on. To which the girls screamed, and they tossed Kamui away out the door. To which uh, the instructor, or Rhyme, was essentially thinking that, why did a boy came here? To which Izuku raises his hand and says, "Ma'am, so am I going to go out now?" To which they all look at Izuku. To which Izuku essentially felt the gaze of hungry predators, essentially, because if you guys didn't know, slowly Izuku is gaining the abilities of Lucifer. So essentially, the sex appeal of Lucifer, or the attractiveness of Lucifer, is essentially revealing itself. So Izuku's face is actually becoming more and more beautiful and handsome. So yeah. To which Rhyme gently asked about what Izuku is doing here. To which Izuku said, Izuku said that I wondered if a guy has ever joined this skill lecture, because I'm actually quite curious on what you're going to teach us, or are you just gonna separate it from girls to guys and stuff like that. So it just got me curious on what we are going to do. So I'm very sorry if I disturb or anything. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. To which all of the students didn't object for Izuku to not leave, and they objected on Izuku leaving. Surprise, you might say. Mm, surprise, I see. The reason for that is Izuku essentially is, let's just say, appeals to girls, you could say, because of the sex appeal, as I said before. So they want to know on, because if Izuku wanted to learn seduction, does it mean that Izuku wants to impress a girl or something along those lines? So yeah, to which, and they want to see what Izuku will do. To be fair, so Izuku is actually kite in a jam. So to which Rhymes asked for a vote that if anyone objects for Izuku to leave, raise their hand. To which all of them objects that Izuku should leave. To which it caught Rhyme off guard. To be fair, because this is actually the first time that a guy would learn actual seduction, and I do mean actual seduction. So yeah, to which Clara, on the other hand, was feeling, sad because uh, Izuku will know what she's going to do, and essentially, yeah, that Izuku will know what she is going to do to him, quote unquote, to him. And I do mean, quote unquote. So, essentially, now it's the gauging of their essentially sex appeal, or I guess you could say it's their looks along those lines. To which, using the sexual appeal scope that Rhyme has, she essentially started to look for the student's sex appeal. And with that, let's just say that when it goes down the road, and first it goes to Elizabeth, and she essentially was just a 89 if I'm correct, to which shocked her because she has a lot of sex appeal. So it goes down the line of and so on until it reaches Clara, and Clara's was 2%, and it was actually shocking to be fair. I think for me, to be fair, Clara's sex appeal is more on the cuter side, not more on the let's say sexy vibe. She's more on the cute side. That's what I'm thinking of Clara. She's essentially the typical cute anime character that is really playful. So and really girl well essentially outgoing girl. So yeah. So which it goes down the line, and Rhyme essentially gave her a lot of books to study on seduction. To which Izuku asks Rhyme if she is going to check my sex appeal as well, to which she said that yes, she will. To which Izuku asked that do I have to do a pose or along those lines, to which she said that well, it goes up if you do a pose, essentially if you actually act more of a to a sex appeal essentially, to which about this, Izuku says, can you give me 5 minutes? I'm just going to try something. To which she just says, sure. So to which Izuku goes to his, let's just say, bag and pulls out a essentially a polo, essentially a short sleeve polo, and which was white, and I do mean white, and essentially he was already wearing black slacks, I would say. He was wearing black slacks, and to which he grabs a bottle of water, to which Izuku does his, polo, his white polo, and buttons it. However, the button that goes on his chest, he pops that open, and essentially revealing his chest, which was he was chiseled, by the way. He was chiseled because he was training, as well as he is having a six pack. So yeah. So for this, Izuku essentially asks Elizabeth if she can throw some water over him, to which she just says sure, and Izuku says thank you, Elizabeth-san. To which he got into position, having a essentially a more seductive pose. Then Elizabeth Elizabeth poured the water on him, to which it essentially glistened over him. And when Rhyme checked the sex appeal, it was and I do mean no joke, 99. it was got it was like bruh 99. It's surprising. He essentially he essentially was making the instructor blush as well. To which if I were him why, and Elizabeth blush as well, having that precision. And Izuku asks in an innocent voice, saying that what did how did I do? To which she just said 99%. You were the highest. To which Izuku was shocked and said that, what? I'm the highest? How? How though? To which Izuku thought of the explanation and said that maybe it's because of the position that I did to myself so that it would look more sexy, you could say. And yeah, to which she just said you're an A plus and you don't need to learn more. To which Izuku said that, well, to be fair, I could say that this would actually benefit a lot. Uh, Essentially, if you're in a assassination type of scenario, having a good enough sex appeal will do wonders for escaping. So Izuku said, I actually want to learn more. If it's alright with you, Miss Rhyme. To which she just start in a mumbling mess. And Izuku going to Miss Rhyme, and essentially she was saying that, are you sure? To which Izuku says, yes, I'm sure. I can put this in between my classes, so don't worry. So yeah. After that, Izuku was essentially going to the other class of if I remember correctly, the familiars and stuff like that. So Izuku essentially manages to wow everyone of how his bond with his familiar was very very good. To which the very next day, while Clara was studying how to seduce Izuku, and I know on the comments already that they're gonna say that, oh, but it's for the girls, seduction is for the girls. I just wanted to see what would happen, okay? Sorry about that. So yeah, essentially what happens next is that Izuku just minding his own business. Just after doing the lectures with the familiars and stuff like that, and going after going to the seduction class, Izuku was doing his business, just minding his own business, and Clara was essentially trying to do seductive pose to Izuku, but to Izuku, he finds it really really cute that that she's doing this and stuff like that. To which Izuku pats her on the head, to which it made her blush a lot, to which she goes to Miss Rhyme and asks for what should I do on seducing a man, to which Miss Rhyme said that it's up to you to you have to be creative on how you essentially appeal to a person. So yeah. To which Clara tried her best a lot of things and it doesn't really work for her. To which Izuku, having seen Clara so working hard so much and doing so much, working super hard for her to be amazing and having good sex appeal, Izuku said that why not try doing something, cute? Try to impress me with cuteness, if it's alright with you. To which Clara was confused on what does she mean, or what does Izuku mean on cuteness. And Izuku said, like, for me, for me at least, you're too innocent to be in the seductive class, Clara. So try to use your level of innocence as a sex appeal. Try it on me. To which she tried to do it on Izuku, and it works. Izuku manages to blush, and I do mean blush on how cute Clara is. To which Izuku feels his heart, and it's beating fast. And he essentially thinks like it's the same as the feeling that he feels when he is with Ameri. So, Izuku said that you did very well, Clara. I'm very proud of you. To which she was very, very excited and fun. Or you could say she was really, really happy that Izuku manages to see her appearance or beauty, you could say beauty. To which, when Miss Rhyme saw this, she saw Clara's sex appeal meter go up. Instead of 2%, it went to 10%. To which she thought that, so something happened to our little innocent being. To which, yeah, something happened. She tried a new approach on seducting. So yeah, after that, Izuku went home. And Izuku talked to his familiar, Lilith, that if it's alright for Izuku to still do the seduction class, to which She just says that, in my opinion, no. To which Izuku said, why? To which Lilith explains that you're so innocent, Izuku. You're too good and you do not need a seductive charm. You already have your very own charm. So you don't really need it. To which Izuku said that I have my own charm. To which having this innocent face of his, to which Lilith just blushes and feels her heart and says that yes, you have, and you you don't need any lessons for it. To which Izuku says, okay, thank you Lilith for always being there for me. To which Lilith just says, anytime Izuku, I will always be there for you. To which, yeah. After that, well, it was the next day, and he said to Miss Rhyme that he would be stepping down on the class because Izuku said to Miss Rhyme that he doesn't really need it because someone really dear to him said that I already have my own charm. So yeah, which Izuku said, "Thank you very much for your teachings, Miss Rhyme." To which Miss Rhyme just said that it's no problem, Izuku. It's my pleasure. To which Izuku said, "Well, thank you for everything. Bye." To which yeah, to which that's the first and last time that Izuku is going to be in the seduction class. To which he went about his day as normal. And we go to the sun and we see the camera going up to the sky and that's it. I really hope you enjoy about the story and I'm sorry if it's a little bit finicky and I tried to do a lot of things or new things about the story and I really am sorry about that. But I really hope you enjoy and like I always say, like, comment, subscribe and see you guys later. Bye!